distiller at Terabella Distillery, contestant on Moonshine and Master Distiller Show, a Discovery Channel show. Today's topic is know what sells and when it sells. There's nothing more frustrating than being ahead of schedule by a little too much and having that endless stack of winter ale hanging around on your floor, or the whiskey that only sells holiday season around in February. Precious space, endless heartache and headache, and just a pure nuisance. This can easily change your passion for the craft into, let's just say, just not that. So how to solve it? Well, if you're on ttbmath.com, you would see a consistent pattern. Break it down a little further, you will know where goes what and when. So, ever packed a truck and had your first stops whiskey in the back behind the pallets? Classic mistake. You just didn't know what each store wanted. You filled up the truck and off you went. ttbmath.com keeps track of every store of yours that you sell to, and will let you know when they reorder that this is where it goes. And then just pull out the phone and check all those paper receipts and Excel spreadsheets. And hey, I'll ask someone to get there. Now the fly will be a thing of the past. You may even be able to send one of your workers. This is all nothing compared to the frustration of a beer brewer or a ready-to-drink. And this happens, guys. This really happens. Manufacturer, they bottle up all the good beer, say it is stout, and they got the season right because they documented it from last season, so at least it's not on the warehouse floor for like 8 months. And with beer or wine, it's even more delicate. They might even have to take a loss if they mess that one up. Well, they got all of that right, but they made a different mistake. They filled the bottles up and not the tap, the kegs. Okay? Endless hours of labor, not to mention glass. Kazam. Useless. I literally was in a distillery that was taking all their RTD drinks, ready to drink drinks that shouldn't have been canned, opening them up, pouring them out into a giant vat, and they were going to run it through the still again. Okay, so that, just pause for a minute. Think about the loss of revenue just over there. Okay, now, ever missed the sales because it wasn't ready? You got to know your numbers. That's another thing ttmath.com kicks in and just does well. It's simply knowing your numbers. What, when, where, and how everything sells. A really cool part is, with data-driven knowledge, as always, you're ahead of schedule. You know what comes when, where, and how. You know where to order your grains from. Your capital efficiency. The biggest nightmare is not just the floor tied up, but let's say you made December's order in January. Now you're stuck in July, August season. You don't have the capital to buy what you need for that season, okay? That's like the worst nightmare. You don't have the cash capital. Not good, guys. Not good. You now need to borrow money. Prohibitively expensive borrowing money to make that work. Okay, another really sorry state of affairs is not having the right product at the right time. You lose shelf space in the liquor shops, okay? Distributors want to know that your product is going to be ready for when to be in the store. They do not want the wrong thing at the wrong time. They don't want your sales pitch. They want the right thing at the right time. No stress, no hassle. When you have the right software, ttmath.com, clap, it's in and it's ready to go. You got to get it. It's not a bonus to free up all that time and know what's going on. It's a necessity in today's day and age to compete with the big boys.